BlueZoo delivers solutions to measure audiences for out-of-home advertising and retail media networks. Our sensors can be deployed as either small, low-power hardware or as a software application running inside media players such as BrightSign. BlueZoo sensors reliably measure impressions, dwell time, and unique visitor counts, as well as a series of advanced analytics including traffic flow. This video will present an overview of the functionality of the BlueZoo web dashboard. We access the BlueZoo dashboard from the BlueZoo.io webpage. We sign in to see the home screen of Hotels International. Hotels International generates revenue by using its in-hotel signage to deliver advertising interspersed with informational messages. Advertising space in the hotel is especially valuable because the hotel knows the demographics of its clientele very well. The home screen summarizes the number of screen locations, the number of sensor hardware units, and recent activity for advertising campaigns and sensor calibration. The left menu offers several ways to identify sensors and several types of analytics. The BlueZoo dashboard performs three functions. Administrators and installers can onboard and configure sensors, whether hardware sensors or software sensors. Administrators can also manage sensors, including calibration and inventory management on maps and floor plans. Analysts use the dashboard to visualize data from one or multiple sensors, to compare data with earlier periods, and to download data for further analysis. Let's review the placement of our sensors by looking at spaces. We have 4 top-level spaces corresponding to our 4 hotels. Let's select the spaces and map them. Let's look at the Olympus Hotel. Several floors have signage. Let's look at the signage locations on floor 5, where the lobby is located. Each sensor is located in a single space, which can be located in another space, like files and folders. Spaces are nested. Said another way, the spaces and sensors have a one-to-many relationship, like folders and files. This structure is essential for managing hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of sensors. Each sensor has a variety of properties grouped into location details and hardware details. Most analytics, such as impressions, occupancy, dwell time, and unique visitors, are captured at the sensor location grain. Let's look at impressions, labeled as visits, in the dashboard. Notice that we don't yet have a full day of data for today, the last day on the chart. Rather than look only at the previous week for the OL front desk, let's look at the previous 2 weeks. Rather than look at an hour grain, let's look at a quarter-hour grain. Now let's compare these values to those from the previous 2 periods. The graphs are quite consistent other than a slight dip on Wednesday, August 13th compared to the last 2 Wednesdays. Analytics data for the period shown can be downloaded from the Kebab menu to a CSV file at the Visualize Granularity. If we select the analytic for occupancy, known in the dashboard as visitors, the time period and grain of the visualization is maintained. If we select the analytic for dwell time, the default visualization shows visitor dwell time distributed among 7 buckets, starting with visits of 0 to 5 minutes. The data warehouse stores data at a finer grain, recording dwell time values in each of 106 buckets for each 15-minute period. The unique visitor measurement shows the number of unique visitors that arrive each day into the detection zone of the sensor. Unique visitors are reported in a stacked bar chart of visit frequency. At the bottom, we see unique visitors who have been once during the day, then twice, and so on up to 10 or more visits per day. Each day's calculation is unique. For daily unique visitor campaigns, the recurrence counts are reset every night. For weekly campaigns, the recurrence counts are only reset weekly, so the total number of unique visitors of whatever recurrence level typically increases every day of the week. Under the Utilities tab, you can select Connectivity to report historical connectivity for any period of time. This chart shows the share of expected sensor pulses that are received by the BlueZoo cloud. The chart shows that backhaul was interrupted early in the morning of Friday, August 22nd. In addition to locating sensors by examining the spaces that contain them, you can simply list them using the Sensor Locations menu. Let's look at visits for Hotel LaGuardia's South Center and Hotel Olympus's Hades Tavern. Remember that spaces are one way to manage collections of sensors. Another way is with groups. One group can contain multiple sensors, and unlike spaces, the same sensor can be in multiple groups. The relationship among sensors and groups is many-to-many. Selecting groups, we can see that a group called lobbies contains all the sensors at each hotel's front desk. Let's look at visits. Note that the LaGuardia front desk sensor is offline. Selecting campaigns, you can view all active and completed unique visitor and traffic flow campaigns. You've already seen daily and weekly unique visitor campaigns. Let's look at traffic flow campaigns, which measure the movement of people from one sensor's detection zone to another's. Let's look at Hotel Downtown. The most popular destination upon arrival at the downtown hotel is Bill's Bar, and 64% of visitors go to this area. The Sankey diagram also shows that, historically, Bill's Bar has been the most popular place to travel to and from in the hotel. Transitions on a per-day or per-month basis may be different. This transition visualization wraps up our overview demo of the BlueZoo dashboard. Other BlueZoo demos focus on sensor hardware deployment, dashboard analytics, reporting, sensor calibration, and ground truth collection performed using our mobile app.